Transom update. We have the sealing tape in place and went around on every single fucking hole around this thing and drilled them out. Made sure that the edges were clean. Stuck the tape. Tape is here. And drilled the holes through the tape. Now it's getting ready to... I am going to clean the inside flange on the inside of the hull around there. God damn this thing. Around that edge. And on the inside of it, make sure it's cleaned up. Mix up some glove it. Brush it on there and get the transom placed. What we're going to do with that is put pop rivets through it at the high stress areas to make sure that the panels all suck into this, because you can look at this and you can see it's not straight. It's not straight at all, and that's the way it came out of the boat. So you have to get the thing back in there, get the sealant on it, get it sucked in to where it's, you know, you're apt to have leaks. And after it sits for a day or so, then start bucking rivets. That's going to be the next thing. That's going to be a freaking time vampire. But yeah, I got the whole boat to do. So there we are. That's where I'm at. The next step in the fabrication is putting the knee brace. That's that guy right there, back on the transom. The transom board support panel, that if you're looking at this series of holes that go all the way across, it's a piece of, well, you know what, fuck it, I'll just get up and show you. There's a knee brace. There's a transom support. And we're going to show you how that's done too. Because what the hell? Why not? We got time, right? Yeah, we do. So, essentially, whoops, upside down, dickhead. Oh, good Lord, it's not going to stay. Anyway, you're going to get the idea. That's the way the transom panel is put together, essentially. So, now that I got the sealant tape on out here, all the holes drilled out, we got to go inside flange here. All this gooey, crappy looking shit, we're gonna get all that off, put some glove it on it, and I hate to say it, what the fuck is up with this stupid fucking camera on this phone? I don't understand this, why it won't stay focused. Anyway, all this is gonna be, all these rivets are gonna be put back in with a dab at 5200, and then they're gonna be bucked. Air hammer and a block of steel on the backside. That's the way they did it at the factory. There was a guy that got a hold of me because he's seen how far I was digging into this project. I don't know if he worked for StarCraft or what, but he directed me in the right direction for the sealing tape that I have. This fucking phone is I'm about to wing it. But the sealing tape that's on here, it's one-sided. And yeah, once you get all the rivets bucked down, it will squeeze and create a watertight seal. And a guy threw a little bit of weld in here. There was a crack down there from that Haas kick down there. These little areas where it's pitted and there's holes through it, that's a bad one that I really wish, but I'm not getting that far into it. We're going to take and put masking tape on the back side of the panel, back here, where there's any places where there's a pit like that one that rotted through. And I'm just going to take some 5200, I think, and squeegee it out on it and leave it go. At this point, this thing is, it's nasty. So don't run treated goddamn lumber against aluminum. Don't do it unless you're a real dickhead and you don't know what the fuck you're doing and you don't care. Don't do that, because there's pits in the back of this transom panel that, I ain't kidding you, you don't have to have fingernails, because I don't have any. And it's just gross. And could I probably source another panel from another StarCraft? Yes, I could. But if you look at these holes, the way they drilled this thing, because I'm going off the factory holes that were already there, this fucking thing looks like it was built on a Friday at about 4:20 in the afternoon. Because there's nothing symmetrical about this. It's just, yeah, here, we're going to stick some bolt or rivet holes in here. Some are closer than others. As we'd seen on the back here. I don't know if I caught this in the last one or not, but I took these runners off because I had to. Because of shit like this. This hole and this hole held that transom panel, that guy there, up in place. And these runners were over top of that, and they riveted the runners over top. Don't ask me, I don't know. It's stupid, because there was one over here. Hell, the way I'm going to put this fucking thing back together, the transom panel is going to go back in, and these runners are going to go back over top and rivet the runner through the bottom of the boat, through the transom panel, so it's all tightened down and everything will be watertight. The big if and what are you going to do about this shit kind of question is these seams. All right, I had originally thought about drilling all these out and taking each side gunnel off of the bottom of the boat. I'm not going to do that. What I intend to do is drill the top rows out, knock the top row out, and like you see, I got a ratchet strap holding the ass end together because the transom panel is not in there. So what I'm going to do is take a couple more ratchet straps, tighten them up. This freaking thing that will open this seam up enough to where I can get some glovit and get it in there and leave it sit. And I'm gonna buck this row of rivets, and then go on the inside, and when I get it flipped over, and do the same thing from the inside out. This is going to be from the outside in, unless I start seeing evidence of it leaching through. The sides, I didn't really have any problems with the sides leaking up until this point where all this damage was. And yes, I did start drilling all this out, and I am going to peel this keel panel off and reattach it. This one's going to be a son of a bitch, because this is the nose keel. It's the heaviest metal on the boat. Heavy metal. Forgive, but this has got to come off, because all this sealant up here was shit, and they had that schmutz up here. Well, I dug all that out, ground it all out, and drilled all the rivets out. There was fucking screws driven in here, so obviously it was a problem. We're gonna do it right, and you know, after it's kind of funny. I showed, well, it's still there. I still got to beat this out. I'll worry about that when I get this keel off, but this is caved in. This is the heaviest metal in the boat. That's why this whole thing is bowed in the way it is. You look at the reflection in the light, you can see that this is all, looks like it got a big Haas kick. You can watch a reflection, then see that it's dented. I don't even have to run my hand across it, but this whole area, it's a big long dent. And that was from somebody running it up on the trailer and, you know, bashing the shit out of it. So we're gonna fix all that. And everybody asks me why. Why, Heath? Why? God damn it. We'll see how this works out. Everybody asks me why. Why this boat? Why are you spending this amount of time on it? Seems kind of stupid to me. Well, it's twofold. The reasons are twofold. One, I had a boat exactly like this, 2 foot shorter, years ago. It belonged to my father. Its name was Lazy Days. Henceforth, the name Lazier Days that I intend on penning this one with. I took that boat down further than my dad ever did. He'd redone it in 1977 or 78. Basically rebuilt the whole thing. I still have some pictures of it. Him working inside the boat with a mushroom freaking headed haircut. And he didn't take it down as far as I did. He didn't pull the transom out of it. I did. I put an entire new floor in it. I put a new transom in it. I had some welding done on it. I spent a fuck ton of time on that boat. This one, I might have jumped the gun on this a little bit too soon. But it is what I wanted, a blank canvas, and I got that. So it is going to be named Lazier Days in correlation to its predecessor and in honor of my dad, because he didn't get to see the original done. It was supposed to be the thing. He knew, you know, he was aware I took it down. He was aware that I tore it apart. I was showing him pictures along the way of where I was at with it, this, that, and the other. And he's like, well, kid, you know, if you do get it done, we're going to take it to Buffalo and launch it up there. And the thing was, bust a bottle of Budweiser over the bow of the boat and launch it and go fish for smallmouth. He was convinced that was the best place in Lake Erie to consistently snag 3 to 5 pound smallmouth, and that never happened. So he's been gone 21 years. And I sold that boat. He never got to see it. When I watched it go away for the last time, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not going to be a pussy about it. I sat down here and I fucking cried my goddamn eyes out. Cause he never got to take a ride in it completed. I would have loved to have seen his face. So this one is no worse for wear. And this will be the last one I do. I've never taken one down this far, to this extent. But it was like, you know, what I heard a lot of times in the past. With Lazy Days, with my 80 Cutlass, with his Virago, with every fucking thing else. Sometimes I don't think he believed that I could do it, but I did, and I proved him wrong. And then he had faith in me, and I don't have much of that left. Ain't many people around that have too much faith in me. And that's okay. You know. So, there you have it. That's the reason why. And it's basically just to extend a big middle finger to everybody that tells me that I can't fucking do something. And just say, hey, Pops, you know what? I'm here and you're not. Oh, there you go. That's my reason why. I've heard multiple times from multiple people, hey, you could have bought something else that was C-rated. You know what? I look at it this way. I've taken it down this far. I'm going to know every inch, every stitch, every fucking rivet on this boat. I'll know it's put back together right. I don't have to worry about some dipshit getting into it or had gotten into it prior and fucking things up or half-assing stuff. It's going to be put back together the correct way. And, yeah. There's nobody going to second guess it. So, there you go. Adios, amigos and amiguettes. And above all, do it or not, choice is always yours. But stay tuned. Above everything else. Much love. And hang out. We'll see what happens. Later.